think it's working.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Are we?
It says you're live.
If anyone's on right now,
hey
please let us know. Okay, I'm just gonna roll with it like we are live.
Yeah, we just had some technical difficulties with getting YouTube to work, but
you know, it's nothing new. Anyway, hello, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabby.
And my name is Mike.
And this is the 2024 Hyundai Elantra Preferred with Tech Package. And the whole purpose of today's video is we're gonna explore what the tech package is and if it's worth $2,000 Canadian, because it's priced at $19,500 here. Now, we're going to do a full walkthrough as well, so a full interior and exterior, talk about the features, talk about the specs, and then, of course, the performance of the vehicle, just like we always do. And if you are new here, we do these videos every single weekday at 2 p.m. They're live streamed, so no script, no nothing. Sometimes stuff doesn't work. That's why our Hyundai sign's on the floor. We couldn't bring it up there.
Actually, oh no.
Why?
Are we not live now then?
If anyone's still on right now, please let us know if it's working or not. I think we're just gonna try to keep going.
I think it could be
and
working.
Play like it's still happening.
Guys, is it still working? Can someone message so we can see? Because it says we're not connected, but we don't know.
Take a screenshot of this just to show. It's a mess. I think we have to restart it. Are we live?
Are we working?
Can someone please tell us?
Yeah, we don't know. It keeps saying we're getting kicked off.
Are we banned from YouTube Live? Can you imagine? All right, well, that's the end of this channel. Just kidding. Okay. We'll wait until someone tells us if we're actually live. Yes, please,
someone let us know if we're actually live or if we're just kind of talking to ourselves in a selfie mode.
That wouldn't be, like, too odd. MG said hi.
MG, are we live? Guys, are we live?
Okay.
Are we good?
I guess you guys, that's a horrible intro though.
Yeah, just put yes, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
They see us live. Right. Perfect.
Let's keep rolling like nothing happened.
Exactly.
There's something really wrong with our YouTube right now. It's not letting us stream, or it just keeps crashing saying that there's no internet, but there is, so I'm not sure.
So we're literally doing this video with it saying reconnect.
Yeah.
But you guys are saying it's live. Okay, crazy day this morning.
Yes.
I put the sign up, it fell, nobody got hurt, we're good. So I'll have to do that later, but you'll have it both there. YouTube wasn't working, let's continue. We do these videos for how many reasons?
We do these videos for 3 different reasons. Now, number 1 is you may own a Kia or Hyundai vehicle and you may want to know more about your car. We dedicate every single video on this channel to a brand new Kia or Hyundai each and every single day, weekday that is, to give you all the tips, tricks, and features and description of the vehicle just so you're a complete expert on the car you may have or may consider getting. Which brings us to number 2. Number
2, if you're in the market for a vehicle, haven't fully considered a Kia or a Hyundai or not at all, for all the great reasons of number 1, we're here to help you make that decision, okay? Whether it be with us or a competitor, hopefully us. Again, you know, a lot of information, every single vehicle, make, model, trim, safety, convenience, style, comfortability is not a word. Anyways, yes, this is a channel for you to learn a lot more about that vehicle that you're looking for and interested in when comparing it to other competitors. And now, reason number 3.
Reason number 3 is you may want to purchase a vehicle and you may land on a Kia or Hyundai and you may live in Ontario. And if all those boxes are checked, boy, do I have some news for you. We have a Brantford Kia location where we sell brand new Kias and used vehicles, of course, but we also have 2 Hyundai stores, one where Mike works at, it's called Brantford Hyundai, and it's about 10 minutes down the road here in Brantford, Ontario. And then we also have Owen Sound Hyundai, which is about 3 hours up north, and they're also a great Hyundai store. Yeah. And on top of those, all of our dealers do sell used vehicles as well too. So whether it's a used Hyundai, used Kia, or used Porsche, we have just about everything.
Yeah, right? Here's some good news on that. If you live in, let's say, Brantford, but you see a car online on our site that's in Owen Sound, you can still buy it from us here.
Whoa. All right, now with that being said, I think we should finally get into today's topic. This is the 2024 Hyundai Elantra Preferred with Tech Package. Now the Tech Package is something that I think is quite interesting because you can choose it or you can decline it. And essentially it is a $2,000 upgrade from the regular Elantra Preferred. Still shares the same engine, transmission, performance specs, but you guessed, can you guess what's new? Like what's included?
Well,
Is it more tech?
I know what it is.
I think it's more tech.
Yeah, well, you want me to list a couple things or save it
No,
for the video? Yeah.
So in today's video, we're going to show you what is included with the tech package, and then just give you a general walkthrough of the Hyundai Elantra in general, so you can see if it's something that you're considering buying, if it's worth buying for you. So the tech package, like I said, is about a $2,000 upgrade from the $23,799 MSRP that the Elantra starts at for the preferred. With that being said, let's get into it. I will say this video has definitely been a bit of a mess.
So far, but
it's been a total circus show. We'll just show the car. I'll be right there with the keys. Like I said earlier, this is essentially a preferred Elantra, but you're gonna get a couple features inside that really make a difference to someone who might be a bit more tech savvy. I'm gonna start off the way we always do by turning on our lights so we can get a full look at what we're working with. One thing Hyundai added for the 2024 refresh model was LED lights in our entry-level trims. Boy, was I tired of looking at those halogens. So it's quite nice to have a full LED headlight system. These lights are extremely bright, and of course, if you do live somewhere like Canada where it gets dark at 5 p.m., these are a lifesaver. You can actually see where you're going. The front badging on the Hyundai emblem is completely flush with the paint on the hood itself. It is an absolute stunning design. There's new character lines, and overall, the vehicle just has a much more bold, sporty appearance than its previous body style. I absolutely love the new refresh. Let me know what you guys think. A lot of people may say not much has changed. That's why it was a refresh and not a full redesign. For the wheels, we have 16-inch alloys. You get a mix of dark and light. Mike is just pointing to me because I realized he cleaned that side of the car, not this side.
Yes, that wheel's shiny.
Yeah, we're just gonna make our way over to
I'm just gonna show it anyways.
I will also pop the hood to talk about the engine specs.
You know, in 720p, doesn't really make a difference.
No.
But, I mean, yeah, Hyundai has this very, 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 like you can tell, it's consistent design with the wheels that they look great in motion, and it's the way the wheel is actually designed, the way the rim is actually designed, right? So.
Right. For the engine, this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine. You can expect 147 horsepower with 132 pound-feet of torque. Now, I don't daily drive an Elantra, but I drive a Kia Forte, which is essentially the same car. It's a sister vehicle. Same engine, same transmission, same power specs, and I absolutely love my vehicle. It performs great on the highway. You can expect to see around 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers combined with this car, which is quite good. I will say it's considered a compact sedan, but truly there's no compromise going down to compact. There's still a great amount of space, great efficiency, and then it's just regular unleaded fuel. What more could you ask for? Wheels, again, 16-inch alloys. Really nice design. And then speaking of design, Hyundai is classic or well known for their parametric classic look. If you take a look down here, you almost have an origami fold styling on our doors. I think it adds a lot of character to the vehicle. Again, sporty accents. Vehicle looks great, very streamlined. I love it. And then moving on down to the back, we have Elantra boldly stated across the trunk area. Your trunk release is this little button right over here underneath your Hyundai emblem. Give it a push and it unlocks for you or opens for you. Lift it up. You have pull tabs for your rear seats if you do need a little extra space and no one's sitting back there. But regardless, you have a huge trunk considering, again, it's a compact sedan. There's seriously so much space here. And going by my Kia side of things or my Kia personal experience, I fit a lot of foot in there. I fit a lot of stuff in my trunk, so I've done a lot of camping, coolers, everything you could think of. It's been in there. There's lots of room in there. All right, and moving on to the front.
I've been in there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly turn off the radio before we get in.
Yes.
Oh boy, before we get copyrighted. All right, come on in.
All right.
So on the preferred, you do get a cloth interior. I will say these seats are so comfortable. A benefit with cloth seats is they actually heat up much quicker than our leather seats. So winter leather, your butt's gonna be freezing, regardless of if you have heated seats or not. So quickly, I can turn on my heated seats and they warm up so fast. You have 3 different levels of heat, so from burning hot to, you know, a nice toast. Moving on to the door, we'll talk a little bit about the accents. So this is your speaker, of course. It's not a premium sound system in this trim yet. However, the premium feel, oh my goodness, and the sound in just the standard speaker system is actually quite crisp and very nice. Our door handles are a nice shiny aluminum material. We have our window controls as well as our door locks and our heated electronically controlled mirror controls. Right over here we have a couple buttons. So we have our brightness adjustment, and you may be wondering, what does this brightness adjustment adjust? So glad you asked, because let's get into the tech package where you're introduced with two 10.25-inch digitized displays. So your instrument cluster, fully digital, 10.25 inches, it's huge. It projects all the driving information you may need for whatever kind of trips you're taking. It also changes to your select drive mode. So look, sport mode, you have that carbon fiber red accent. And back to smart, and we have that nice bright white display. Moving on to the very center, we have our touchscreen, which again, you guessed it, is 10.25 inches, and this one is a touchscreen. So this is going to have your navigation, your Sirius XM, all of that built in. I'm going to slide over, show you the map real quick. So you can have it full screen or separated. Just trying to work our gimbal, there we go. And then of course this map is going to show you points of interest. So we have a church by our dealership. Scroll down a little bit, we got a Tim Hortons and a Subway. But we also have a handy dandy nav menu, which will show you nearby points of interest. You can expect gas stations, banks, literally everything you can think of here. And the best part about the in-house navigation is it's not reliant on cell service. So if you're way up north and there's no service or your phone's dead, which you should never have a dead phone in this car, there's so much ways to charge it, you'll be able to still use your maps, which is quite helpful. Now onto the steering wheel. My seat's already getting really warm. This is great. I'm not leaving the seat. Okay, for our steering wheel, it's heated and leather wrapped. We have our volume and voice commands on the left with a favorite button that you can preset to do whatever you'd like. Then on the very right side, we have some driver assistance. So this button up here is going to be to turn on your cruise control. You can set your speed with this toggle here, pause it and restart it. Then moving over to the left, with your cruise control, you can have your steering assistance on. So whether you're driving with cruise control on the highway, driving regularly in the city, this vehicle is going to utilize the camera located right over here in your windshield to watch what's going on ahead of you. If there's a slight curve in the road, your car will literally steer for you. It's going to give some gentle driver correction. Now, if I suddenly had to avoid something like a garbage can in the middle of the road, Canada's crazy, it will still listen to my driver input. So it's not a complete override of what I want to do as a driver. It's just a gentle assistance, and it's super easy to turn off if you're not a fan of it. I absolutely love this feature so much. And then right above that, we have our menu option. So this little, almost like a page icon, if I give it a push, it's going to cycle where I'm at in my gauge cluster. So take a look at the center. Here, Mike,
Yeah.
might be better if I hold it. So in the very center, we can see our trip odometer, or trip reader, our navigation, tire pressure, and then also where we're at in our lane. I absolutely love this display. I think it's very intuitive. It gives you all the information you need, and it's not hard to read, if that makes sense. Some of them, it's just, you really have to look for basic things that you just want to know as a driver. An extra thing they've included that I really appreciate is the speed limit reader. So whenever I enter a road, so right now, of course, we're in our video bay, it's going to be empty, but on the main Linden strip, 50 kilometers per hour, 60 kilometers per hour, it updates instantly, so you always know the speed limit of the road that you're on. Super duper handy. I really like that feature. All right, Mike, do you want to join me on the passenger side?
Sure.
And then the whole topic of this video, is the tech package worth it? Well, what do you think of those screens? Is that something that is really helpful to you? Is it something you'd pay an extra $2,000 for? If you're not fully convinced the tech package may be worth it for you, let's continue on with what else it features.
Well, this included in the tech package
Yes.
is the ambient lighting, and
Yep.
I love that part of it.
So the ambient lighting is a very, very nice touch. What I love most about it is it's completely customizable. So you actually get an entire color wheel that you can pick any hue from. You can change the intensity, the brightness, or you can shut it off completely. Another thing I love about the tech package is the additional sunroof.
Yeah.
So this is a tilt and slide sunroof. You can tilt it up, bring it down, and slide it all the way back.
Sounds like a dance. Tilt and slide.
Yes, the tilt and slide. It's pretty high tech. All right, but yeah, great. I love a sunroof. It definitely opens up the cabin, gives you, of course, that natural light in, natural video bay lighting, which
Natural fluorescent
yes,
lighting.
so natural. All right, and another thing that's included in the tech package is this dual zone climate control. So check this out. I can set my temperature to whatever I'd like, and then Mike can have his set separately, or I can press sync and everything matches and everyone's happy, maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah,
That's why
well,
dual climate control is actually great.
Yeah, because we are very separated in this vehicle.
Yes.
with this feature here.
Very interesting design choice by Hyundai and the Elantra. This isn't exactly new. We've had it for a while. But I do love it because it kind of separates. It's like a driver cockpit. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you're in control. I mean, you are really.
Yeah.
But it's,
hopefully.
yes. It just makes it a very driver-focused vehicle, but it's still extremely comfortable for passengers. Back to the climate control area, I just want to point out that you can use the automated system where you set the temperature and then set the intensity with this amber lighting. Or you can manually select your fan speed and then of course your temperature utilizing the dials. Your heated steering wheel is located right over here. Heated seats are down here with your fan direction and recirculation or fresh air control. Right down here we have a nice storage space for whatever you may want to use it as. In some of our other vehicles, this might be utilized as a wireless phone charger. We do not have that in this trim, but if you look a little bit lower, this is always so hard to film in this car.
No, wait, I think I can get it from here.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, yeah.
We have
yeah. There we go, that's better thing,
Perfect.
actually, yeah.
Okay, we have a 12 volt, a USB in the center. You're going to utilize this USB in the middle for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then there is a USB-C on the right. So again, most newer phones are going to come with USB-Cs. Android phones have had USB-Cs forever. It's great to have two different options. Right over here we have our gear shift, which is a nice traditional automatic style gear shift. We have our drive mode select button right over here. These buttons are super hard to film because there's a slight blue hue to them and it just disappears on camera, but trust me, it's there. And then right below we have a park view camera. When I give this a push, it's going to summon my rear camera, which is looking at the ceiling because our trunk's still open. This camera, it has great definition. You can actually see the stains on our ceiling tiles. Look at that. It's really good. So of course, being aware of your surroundings, on top of that, this vehicle will let you know if there's any cross traffic. So what that means is if I'm parked at a busy parking lot, think the mall during the holiday season, and I throw my car into reverse, if there's anybody either walking or driving by behind me, it's going to illuminate my dash to show me, and it's also going to trigger a noise, so a sound that's almost an alarm to let you know that there's somebody there. If I keep going, my car will emergency brake for me to avoid said collision there. Speaking of collision, Mike, have I talked about our forward collision avoidance?
No.
No? Let's talk about it. So forward collision avoidance is equipped on this vehicle and it works for pedestrians, cyclists, and of course other motorized vehicles. As I'm driving, my car will illuminate the dash. I keep saying illuminate first before I say trigger. And it's going to trigger that noise again. It's a very, very scary alarm, but it's going to warn you that there is risk of a collision. This is absolutely great if you are someone who does a lot of driving where there's traffic involved. I drive from Hamilton to Brantford and there's traffic sometimes. So of course it will let you know if there's a risk of a collision, and on top of that the vehicle will emergency brake to avoid said collision if it needs to do so. I like that feature.
It would also let you know how much you don't pay attention if it keeps going off.
Exactly, yeah. And all of these features are stuff you can turn off or on depending on how you like to drive. This is a handbrake. This is considered a vintage style.
Handy brake.
Yes, a handy brake.
Very handy.
What?
I said a handy brake, like it's very handy to use in the winter.
Yes. So of course, one thing I do love about a handbrake is you can control the amount of braking force that is utilized. So electronic parking brakes, they're either off or they're on. There's no in between. So great for doing, you know, some turns in the winter, but also great for, of course, stopping and controlling your vehicle. We have two cup holders here. This is removable, so you can adjust them. This is just going to shorten the height, so if you have a smaller cup, it's not going to sit too low. Think like a small Tim Hortons coffee cup. And then right over here, we have our center console storage. It's a weird shape, but there's actually a good amount of space over there. I'm going to have Mike show our glove box, and then we'll take a look at the back.
The highlight of this vehicle. Whoa, lots of stuff going on here.
There's definitely a lot.
Mount plates, which won't be in there. If you buy this vehicle, it'll be obviously on the front of the bumper. And then we got French and English here. And of course, you know, plenty of room for receipts, for gloves, because yeah, this does have a heated steering wheel, so we are good.
I will point out another thing. This vehicle does have a push to start. It is standard on the Hyundai Elantra, so even if you're getting the entry-level trim, you can expect great features like that. What that also means is we do get the inclusion of remote start on our key fob, so I could start my car from inside my house, inside my work, wherever I want to essentially get out there and it's warm or it's cooled down. All right, let's check out the back, Mike.
Yep. And then this handy side pocket, which I was like mentioning.
Yeah. Ow. I opened the door on my hip.
Oh, it's one of those days for sure.
Yeah, today has been,
Interesting.
it's a day, that's for sure. Okay, back here. Now, if I was sitting behind myself while driving, I have a lot of room. So I am, 6'3" for reference, but I don't sit too close to the wheel, guys.
6'3".
6'3", 5'3". I'm really tall. 5'3". Lots of space.
Tons.
Knee room.
Yeah.
Underneath the seat, there is quite a bit of elevation as well, so I could actually put my feet under there if I needed to. And the seats themselves, like I mentioned in the front, the cloth is very comfortable. It holds you in. It feels like I'm sitting on a couch. The recline is quite nice, and I do have a good amount of headroom. You probably wouldn't want to put your tallest passengers in the rear seat, but they'll be okay. In the very center, there is just a regular seat. There's no cup holder armrest, but you do have car seat tethers for your main seats. And then there's 2 USB-Cs built onto the back of the center console rest. The backs of your main seats are a plastic material, so they're super easy to wipe down if you have kids that like to kick their feet up, or if you have pets. And yeah, just the general back seat, it's simple yet effective. It's quite nice for sure. And it's comfortable. All right, Mike, anything you want to add?
No.
No?
No.
All
I mean, I
right.
drove it. It's nice. You know, I drove it over here.
Yep.
You're right about the cloth seats heating up quicker.
Yeah.
Driving like non-cloth, it's just something I noticed. I'm like, is that already heating up?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is nice.
So one thing, this vehicle does have Hyundai's Blue Link, which is our telematics system. And you'll notice that you can start your car from your phone or your key fob, whichever you prefer. And you can set the temperature, all that good stuff. But the heated seats are never an option. So if you have a vehicle with leather seats, this might be a problem. You get in there, everything's nice and warm, your heated steering wheel is warm, but your seats are ice cold and they're leather, so they're extra cold. Cloth seats aren't as bad. They're still gonna be a little bit chilly, but I think they adapt to the heat much faster than leather, that's for sure. It's coming from experience because my vehicle does have leather seats and I freeze
and you can't
sometimes.
use the remote, you can't turn it on with the Blue Link?
No, yeah.
I don't know, because I'm always driving.
Company cars, so you don't get your own personal Blue Link,
Yeah,
right?
which sucks. Yeah, I'd like to have that, but yeah.
Well, yeah, so that's just a little...
Well, it doesn't suck to drive company cars.
No,
It
no,
just
no,
sucks to
that's
have the
great.
Blue
I'm
Link,
jealous,
yeah.
actually. Yeah, so that is a little insider or something I've noticed as a consumer. If you guys have any consumer tips as well, too, please let us know.
Yeah.
I think we'll go to answer some questions and see what you guys have to think. And yeah, hopefully the live is still recording.
Yeah,
The way
I see
technology's
a bunch of comments.
And then just to, in case anybody wasn't on yesterday's live, we filmed the EV9 for the first time. We just received it. It's a very popular car. We were super excited to talk about it. The second we were done our live, we went to turn it off. We pressed the end button, and it was just stuck on like a
Thinking.
thinking. Yeah.
Like a thinking.
And usually it's super easy to shut off lives. It gives you a little analytics page at the end. It tells you how many people were on, how many comments, that kind of thing. Absolutely nothing. So we're like, wow, we just lost all that footage. It was a 40-something minute long video. 200 and something people were on. It was our best live yet. Best
No, wait, you lost it all?
We thought we did because
No,
nothing
because
was
I saw
happening.
there was view. Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
But we thought we did because it wouldn't end.
I thought I was
and-
dreaming when I saw that.
Yeah. It went on for an hour, so eventually it said
wow.
it said on YouTube that the live was like an hour and 20-something minutes long. I was terrified.
So YouTube's been finicky because we had this issue
Yeah.
right now at the beginning of the video.
It's super buggy.
YouTube also probably knocked down that sign when I was putting it on. No.
Aodell asked, does no one want that beautiful Sportage, so that blue Sportage? Send it my way. Great job, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'd love to send it your way, but this one is in here because it's sold. We typically use this video bay for all of our sold vehicles after they get detailed, just so they're nice and clean when it's ready to get picked up. And then also bonus, in the winter, no one wants to stand outside and go over their brand new car. We do it inside, so we're all nice and warm. Yeah. Also, the EV9's back in here too. Just being a super hard to get car and our first EV9 ever, we do not want to leave it outside because too many risks. Too much that could happen. We just don't want to run that risk. I'm going to open this. Dale pointed out that the light counter doesn't work. Yeah, so there's been a couple issues recently that we've noticed, and
Yeah. You guys should just keep hitting it, see if it works or not.
just
or
to
something
make
like
sure.
that. Yeah.
Let's see. Got in late. Say happy birthday, Dale. Dale, it's your birthday. Happy
Happy birthday, Dale.
That's awesome. Let's see. I ordered my preferred tech. It's going to take 4 months.
What are you looking at me for?
I
Yes,
don't know.
it's going to take 4 months.
I guess that was a cue for me to ask, what's the typical wait time? 4 months?
Yeah, I'd say 3 to 6, depending on what you order, what trim. Like I said, I mentioned before, we are able to put in custom orders now, but primarily, everything's a lot more off allocation still, and you will get a car a lot faster. Hopefully the one you're looking for could be allocated.
All right. I will say the intro to this video is probably going to be painful, so if anyone's actually watched this entire thing, let us know. It's been a crazy day for YouTube.
Yeah, the regulars will get it. That come
Yeah.
on here and watch regularly. The
Yeah.
other ones, I'd like to apologize. But we do get through it, and you do get to see the vehicle, obviously. And if you're here, you already did, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Here, what is this? Mike, we're having a day. This I figure. Wait.
Wait, where? Mike, don't get in the trunk. That isn't safe or
would-
necessary. We wouldn't put
The
Mike in the
mermaid
trunk.
from Starbucks. Someone asked,
What?
who would win in a boxing match, Tim Horton or the mermaid? I would say Tim Horton because he was a hockey player.
Yeah.
So definitely Tim Horton. That mermaid is fictional and doesn't have legs, so how would she be able to pivot and move?
When one day next year I pass by Brantford Kia, I'd love to have a selfie with my Kia Sportage and Gabby. May I? Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell by doing our thumbnails, but I love taking pictures with the
I'll
cars.
take the picture. It doesn't need to be a selfie. I'll
Yeah.
take the picture myself.
Today's thumbnail, I took a photo of me and Mike while the car was still being cleaned. I'll let you guys know that 2 minutes before we were supposed to go live, the sign fell down. That's why it's on the ground.
I'm okay. Don't worry.
It's a great setup. It's really
I
good.
put it up and then I went to just adjust it and it came down and it's a very heavy sign. It's actually got a steel bar on the back of it around the frame, so it's not light by any means.
Since the EV9 is in the bay, I'm curious to see if the controls are switched on the steering wheel like the EV6 compared to the typical Kia and Hyundai fashion. You guys had to get used to this with the EV6, but EV9? Yeah, so the controls are in our typical, I guess it's our new EV style steering wheel. Everything's on the opposite side. So my Kia Forte, my volume controls and everything are going to be on my left side, and then my drive controls are on the right, but it's reversed.
Oh,
It takes it takes some getting used to. It's a total brain fart at the
I'm
beginning.
gonna put Teddy in the trunk because the trunk is open and somebody asked and he's warm.
All right, let's go check out the trunk.
He is good. See, super easy.
I guess the big question on today's video is, would you, if you were in the market for a Hyundai Elantra, or if maybe you are, is the tech package something that you would spend $2,000 on? And then there's the trunk. You can see there's still a lot of space on the side and behind Teddy that I probably can't film because, oh yeah, check that
Yeah,
out.
you got it.
There's so much space.
Teddy's there.
But to kind of sum up everything that's included in this trim level, let's try. So inside, you get the dual 10.25-inch displays, both for your instrument cluster that we see illuminated there, and our main center screen. That also means you have built-in navigation in Sirius XM. Additionally, you're going to get this ambient lighting that is customizable to whatever color you'd like. You're going to get that sunroof. And yeah, that's about it.
I'll give you my opinion. This is my opinion. If you spend a lot of time in your car and you drive
Mike's
it,
going to give everyone his opinion anyway.
because I drive it. I drive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that story of my life. Anyone that knows me that's watching from home, Mom, Julie, don't laugh.
Those are the only people that know you?
The only people that watch me during the day.
It's okay.
Yes, I'm always going to give my opinion. No, serious opinion here, guys. If you're choosing between the tech package or not, it's really a question of, okay, besides just like a want and a need, it's a question of how much time you're going to spend in the car. Honestly, would I choose a tech package? Of course.
Yeah.
I drive during the day, and then a day like today, which I'm reading the comments, this is the shortest day of the year, so it's going to get dark at 4:30. Great. So today's a day where I'd want some ambient lighting. I'd want some, like on my way home, it's just that comfort and just kind of like that added, the dual screens, obviously. So what am I going to say? 15,000 kilometers and up a year, I would definitely yes, because you're in the car a lot more. So you want those conveniences, you want those comforts, and you kind of want a little bit of that, I like the ambient lighting, stuff like that. It's good for, I guess, my mental wellness, right? You put on a nice light, a nice soft color, you're driving home. If you're a person that's like A to B, my work's 8 minutes away, I just drive my car to work, yay, I'm going to resell this car, I've only put 5,000 kilometers in 5 years. Probably don't need it. I'll be honest with you, okay? I'll be honest with you. If you're a must-have sunroof person, you got to get it.
Here's another thing, and this would make me just buy it. If this was $2,000, maybe not just this feature alone, but Blue Link. Blue Link's only
Yes,
feature
Blue
in the
Link's
tech
big.
package.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing too, right? I want to get my stuff ready while I'm at home and before I leave because I spend a lot of time in my car. Now, do I think hypothetically, personally,
Which
should
I
they
think
make
that
a
answers our most recent question. Sorry for cutting
yeah,
you
go
off.
ahead. Go ahead. It'd be I think like a tech package plus would be nice where you throw in the upgraded sound system,
Yeah.
you know, like stuff like that, right? But then you might as well just go up another level, right? At that point. But yeah, no, if it's a tough decision, I say it really depends, in my opinion, how much time you spend in the car, because all those extra additives make a difference if you're in the car a lot.
Having a cow said, any updates?
Having a cow said.
I like the username.
Having
Any
a cow said
updates from
moo.
Kia Canada withholding deliveries from the customers or dealership? So we haven't heard anything from Kia Canada directly. I mean, dealerships are always in communication with them, but yeah, so that information got posted. I will tell you from a dealer's perspective, obviously our dealership is always about the facts. We're always going to kind of dig in to see what the true situation is. So we saw what cars of ours were affected, how many of them, and how long were they affected for. The oldest car we had sitting in that compound, so where all those vehicles were parked, was about 7 days old, I believe Pat said. Also, only 10 vehicles were affected for our dealership. So 600 for all of Ontario, which contributes to around 8 to 10 per dealer, if we're doing it kind of dividing everything. So those vehicles were affected, but the article kind of made it sound like the reason why the wait times are 1 year, 2 years for some of our cars is because they're just being held there. And that's not the
No,
case.
if you really look at that video, and I
Yeah.
actually told a friend of mine this morning, a lot of those cars from the overhead are Hyundais. Yeah, guys,
Yes.
it's a shared lot.
So that drone shot, and not even just Hyundai, there's also Genesis models. So
Okay,
if you
so,
watch that
yeah.
clip, you'll see, like, I think it's a GV70 or something. It's not just Kias. So it's a very unfortunate situation, but I think it was widely blown out of proportion. And yeah, we hate to have customers wait. We hate to wait, period, because also as dealers, we have salespeople to pay and feed and families to feed. We don't get paid until the car delivers, so we don't want the cars to take
No,
longer.
exactly. Let's not forget there was a little thing that happened called COVID,
Yeah.
which slowed down the world's production, which is kind of where, you know, it went from us having a couple hundred
Yeah.
new, it's a kind of like pick which one you want, what color, what trim, whatever, to now us, you know, having to
Yeah.
allocate, having to order
So
it.
while I do think it's a very unfortunate situation, of course there's two sides to every story, and yeah, in reality it affected about 10 cars for a dealership.
Mm-hmm.
Things that were supposed to arrive this week will now be arriving first week of January. So delays suck, but at least we're just happy to know it's not years of delays. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 2 weeks for this dealership.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody outside with pitchforks and torches. So
Not
I
yet.
think we're good. Yeah.
But yeah, we're just as upset as the consumers.
Oh, yeah.
It's it sucks, but it's not as bad as it seems, if that makes sense.
We want you to have your car. Actually, I want these cars to come in so we can
Yeah.
shoot a ton of new cars
Yes.
all the time.
I will say, even
Trust
during
me.
the holiday season, everything's kind of slower. So we want to be able to deliver cars. We want to have our customers come in, just get stuff done. And it's hard. Okay, let's go back to Elantra questions though. Okay.
Can you retrofit to LED lights?
So this one has LED lights. I don't see why you couldn't. I don't think it'll be a cheap retrofit, depending on the quality of bulb being used, but I believe you absolutely could. Gabby, sorry I'm late. There was a second live notification yesterday. I logged in and heard you guys were saying no one had logged in. What did I miss? So when we started today's live, everything seemed fine, and then we hit go live, and it was just a kind of like a blank screen, but we could see ourselves move, but it didn't have a timer, it didn't have an amount of people on. It was weird.
It's strange.
Yeah. So I closed YouTube, tried it again, and it said, do you want to resume your past live? And I was like, sure. So I clicked on that, and it just said no network. So I checked our network settings, changed the network to one of our other Wi-Fi settings, and same thing, it just kept doing that. I don't know. Anyway, it was rough.
Any Boxing Day sales at Brantford? I will mention one special we're having. Thank you for reminding me, whoever reminded me about anything like that. Obviously, we understand this time of the year. People are, their money is focused on the holidays and so on and so forth. So, not anything new, guys. We're just doing on anything used. Don't pay for 90 days. So if there was a car and you saw it and you want it, but you're like, oh, I don't want to start paying payments on it now because I have the holidays and all the stuff I bought, you can come still buy it because you won't have to pay for 90 days.
Let's see.
Kia, I don't know. She'll have to tell you about that.
All right. Just some troll comments, but anyway, I think we will end off today's video.
I want to see some troll comments after.
They're just silly, nothing bad. But thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any comments that we didn't get to in today's video, please leave them below as a regular YouTube comment, and we will definitely get to it as soon as we can.
When does the promo end? So far, end of the year, from what I know. So short notice, short promo. I'll let you guys know if it's extended.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna quickly skim through.
We're good.
Having a cow, did that answer your question about?
Shout out to Viewlands.
Yeah. All right. I think we will just end off today's video then.
Okay.
All right. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.